Upper hand.
Deep barrage!
Off balance.
I can't seem to get fired up.
Slit edge!
Early bird.
Yes! Hit him again for me! Fire carnival!
Sorry, I couldn't do more.
Follow me.
Strike back for me.
So nice. Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
Come on,
Let's see what you've got.
I've got some elevation. Concentrate your fire.
Cover fire.
Shadow strike. Side flex.
Blast!
Slide.
Deep barrage! Appendage destroyed. Now fire away and top it.
So nice. Move in and do some damage.
Still got a ways to go.
My cooking got better.
Come on.
Locked and
They're
loaded.
off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
Fire carnival!
Slide.
Slit edge! Deep barrage! Chrome armor!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Got it. Take this!
Upper hand. Scream edge. You don't have to be like this.
Open fire!
Target sight.
Slit edge!
Side flex. Appreciated.
Appendage down!
Deep barrage! Chrome armor!
Upper hand.
Sorry, guys. Can
I
someone
should
heal
heal
me?
first.
Please? Slit edge!
Slide.
Appendage destroyed! Now
Scream
fire away
edge.
and top it!
Shadow strike. Side
Slit
flex.
edge! Not bad. Now close in and don't let up. Yeah! Now step in!
Fire carnival!
Early bird.
Slit edge!
Slide now. Melee attacks. That's it.
I'll
Move
show
in
'em
and
what
keep
they're
the
up
rhythm
against.
going.
Yeah!
Shadow
Step in.
strike.
Watch me lay into it.
Deep barrage!
Prime.
Get your bitch!
We got it. Let's move.
Planet, no peace looking at the sky, trouble's always all around.
You don't think that one Senicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Senicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Senicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Senicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Senicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Senicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Senicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. The Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some Tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all. As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This'll be tougher than anything else we've faced.
that?
Fire
Now
carnival!
close in. Don't let up. Recuperate.
Slid as an aura! Get control of the battle! Side flash! Shadow strike! Slide knife! Move in and do some damage! Upper hand!
Got it. Take this.
Pendant destroyed! Move in and strike!
Fire carnival!
Side flash!
Yes! Hit him again for me!
Slit edge.
Yeah, you're on top of this now! Scream edge!
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi. strike!
Watch me lay into it!
Beam barrage!
Fire
Side
carnival!
slash!
Chrome
Here's how
armor!
big they are! Concentrate your fire!
Too much force!
Slide! Thunder!
Wow!
Green edge!
Pendant down!
Upper
Lay
hand!
in, lay in!
Shadow strike!
Beam barrage!
Appendage destroyed! Move in and strike! Side slash!
Come on!
Locked and
They're
loaded!
off guard. Stabbing them
Watch
with a
your step.
melee attack.
Wow! Spin!
Appendage destroyed!
I'll topple them.
Fire away! Topple!
I toppled her! Close in!
Beam barrage!
Side slash!
Fire carnival!
Slit edge! Not bad.
Now,
close
my
in.
turn.
Don't let up. Chrome armor!
Wow! Spin!
Upper hand!
Slit edge!
Slide! Thunder! Shadow strike! Some pendant destroyed. Move in and strike!
Take good use of this experience.
Hey!
Hey.
Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Hey,
team!
That's light! Later! Stop! Shadow strike! Side flash!
Team barrage!
Not balance! Use an aura! Get control of the battle! Light! Slither!
Energy! I feel like I can do anything!
Stop it! Flame close!
Good call!
Pendant destroyed! Move in and strike!
Got it. Take this!
Upper hand! Shadow strike!
Team barrage!
Level up! I think my cookie got better.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
what he comes to. Beam barrage!
Shadow Strike!
Fire Carnival!
Slitter!
Yes! Hit him again for me!
Side Slash!
Wild Dash!
Upper Hand!
Wow, got him! Slide out! Thunder fire!
Green Edge!
Chrome armor! Slit edge!
Sorry, I can't seem to get fired up.
Too much force! Beam barrage!
Side Slash!
Not bad.
Now it's
Low
my
zone,
turn!
don't let up.
Upper
Slit
Hand!
edge!
Slide! Thunder! Fire Carnival! Hanging death! Leaping on the
Shadow Runner! Got
Leave
it!
it to me!
Got it! Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Got it!
Take this! Destroyed! Move in and strike!
Beam barrage!
Shadow Strike!
Wild Dash! Topple him! Close in!
Slide!
Still got a ways to go.
We got him. Let's move. It didn't have to be like this.
Punch right! Ask questions later!
Beam barrage! Got it! Take this!
Shadow Strike!
Wild Spin!
Slide!
Where do they all come from?
Appreciate it. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike!
Take this! Yeah! Now stab!
Side Slash!
Wild Spin!
Upper Hand! Slide! Nice! Move in and do some
Beam
damage!
barrage!
Shadow Strike!
Fire Carnival!
Slit edge!
Early burn!
Now step in!
Watch me
Side
lay in!
Slash! That was in him. Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Chrome armor!
Thanks a bunch!
Primer!
Flame
Slit edge!
Appreciate it. Shadow Strike! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike! Slide! Flinger!
Slit edge! Yeah! Now step in!
Watch me lay in!
Beam barrage! We've still got a ways to go.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
I see.
Did you actually...
Now what?